Hello my fellow riders, today we're going to be doing a test ride on a Keeway K-Lite 125cc. Now we'll go through a couple of the specs and how it rides. In the background you'll see that there is obviously me test riding this one, but I'm trying something a little bit different. So this bike comes in red, silver, matte black and blue. They have the matte black in stock at the minute. They had 99 as of yesterday, so they are available. These ones haven't hiked up since COVID, so they are still the same price as they were before, which is £2,599 plus £100 on the road. What I would say is that soon, potentially, they may hike the prices, so if you want one of these, probably try and get in sooner rather than later, just to make sure they haven't gone the same way as they did with the Keeway RKF and hiked the price up by £500. Now, power output on this one, it is not the fastest motorbike you're going to get, but it's not supposed to be. So it's got 7.8 kilowatts of power at 9,000 RPM, and this is the equivalent to about 11 horsepower, I believe. I will have a look. So 10.46. This bike comes out at 10.46 horsepower or 7.8 kilowatts at 9,000 RPM. Produces approximately 8.9 newton meters of torque at 7,500 RPM. It is a Euro 5 compliant motorbike with a wet clutch, 5-speed gearbox. It's fuel injected, and it is a single cylinder 4-stroke 2-valve engine. Now these engines don't produce a massive amount of power, but as I said previously, it is a 125cc cruiser. It is not supposed to be a super fast machine, and it will only take you around 60 miles an hour. Potentially you can push a little bit harder and get a little bit more, but I'd probably say try and stick to the 60 miles an hour just for longevity of the engine. Comes with disc on the front, disc on the back, and they are combined braking to comply with a Euro 5 certification. Telescopic coil sprung dampeners on the rear and telescopic forks on the front. Tyre size, you have a rear tyre of 130/15s, and on the front it's 19/90/17s. So it's got a 17-inch wheel on the front and a 15-inch one on the back. Length is fairly long, so it's 2.14 centimeters long. Width is 780mm. Height is 1,100. That's probably to the mirrors. Ground clearance is 150mm, and the unladen weight is 144 kilometers. That's a little bit heavier than some of the other cruisers, but not quite as heavy as the Superlight. Seat height is 715mm. That's quite low for a 125cc, so for the shorter rider that would be good. And it comes with 11.8 litre tank, which should get you somewhere in the region of 250-ish miles. Most of these bikes are quite economical, and they should do somewhere in the region of 120 to 100 miles again, depending on how you ride it. As I said, price wise it's £2,599 plus £100 on the road, or if you buy it directly from MotoGB it will be £150 on the road. Now we'll get into the actual riding of the bike. So the bike comes with push to cancel indicators. So what that means is you push one side, the indicator will come on, you push it again, the indicator will go off. If you push on one side and then push on the other, it will transfer over to the other side, so you can push the other side to cancel it. Can get a bit confusing sometimes, but it's not really that much of an issue. On these, the seat is kind of hard, the suspension is also kind of hard. Is that in keeping with the style? I don't know exactly. The Superlight is, the suspension is quite a lot softer and the seat is wider, so it's a little bit more comfortable. This bike is rather agile as well. It comes with a digital display with the rev counter and a mile per hour or kilometre per hour speedo. It won't tell you what gear it's in, so that's something that you would have to take into consideration. As you can see on the bike, I've got the speedo, obviously comes with the bike, and then I've got my own GPS. The GPS is a little bit out and the speedo is probably a little bit out, so realistic speed you should probably take the two and meet in the middle. When you're looking for insurance on this bike, I would suggest BikeSure. There's a link in the description. If you go with BikeSure, riding reviews, it gets a little bit of a kickback and that helps me out. But BikeSure 90% of the time is the cheapest. What people are saying to me is I stated before that this bike insurance wise would be £350 to £500. Lots of people said, oh, I went on a comparison site and it's £2,000. Now when you're going in to the comparison sites, they're not really great at comparing prices, and you tend to get the higher prices. So if you ring up, say, BikeSure, Lexham, Carol Nash or any of them and talk to somebody, they would be more inclined to get you a better price, and you would find that the prices on average are quite a lot cheaper when you actually talk to a physical person instead of going through the computer. So I would always suggest ringing them up. You might not get the best price, you might not get the price that you're looking for, but you will get it cheaper than on the comparison site, so take that into consideration. Tax on this would be £21. The bike comes with tax. It comes with 3 years MOT and it comes with 2 years warranty. MotoGP is a massive company who bring these in. They import things like KTM, Lambretta, Royal Alley, Benelli, Royal Enfield, all of that sort of thing. One company brings those in, so they have a massive backup of stock. The two big companies to get parts off of are MotoGP and Carol Nash. Zonti's also have quite a lot. Not Carol Nash, Lex Moto. Lex Moto have their own sister company called CMPO, and you stick your registration number in there and they will be able to give it for pretty much any bike. They give you parts, even like the Japanese bikes have got exhaust and batteries and all that sort of stuff, so go check them out. I have my first subscriber to the, not subscriber, I have my first joined member to my YouTube channel now, and I'd like to thank you, D Shepherd. Thank you for joining, thank you for supporting the channel, and thank you for your continued support. If anybody else wants to support the channel, remember this channel is not owned by a motorbike shop, it is owned by me. The motorbike shop I work for has no say on the content on this, and I do this all in my own time. So if you want to support the channel, please hit that join bell. But if you want to do something simple to support the channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, comment below if you've got anything to say on this video. If you liked it, hit the thumbs up. If you didn't, tell me how I can make it better in the future. Remember, I have over about 300 videos now of many motorbike related topics, tutorials, how-tos, reviews, test rides, all that sort of stuff. So check out my my video library to be able to see all of that. But as always, ride safe.